Hello everyone. How you all? Hope you all have good. You want to become your teacher? Yes. Then what are the eligibility tests for to become a teacher? Yes, the first one is TET. The first you have to clear the TET, later you have to clear the GPSTR along with the ranking. How you will clear? How to or the which subjects were there or what are the patterns for the GPST or Karnataka TET teachers eligibility test? Let me see. Karnataka teachers eligibility test has been there are two papers. The first one for the primary and the second one is a higher primary, each having the 150 or a consisting marks is a 150 as which is MCQ and you have to clear it within 2.5 minutes. The patterns is like the language one is a 30 marks definitely. You have to be up there either the Kannada or English or any other language also. The second language again there is a 30 and the 30 marks for the mathematics where there is a very basic. I'm talking about the paper one. I mean the teacher who are eligibility to teach first standard to the fifth standard. That's so the environmental studies again 30 marks, total 150 marks. Along these are all the MCQ questions. For the exam pattern 2, the most important thing is child development and the pedagogy. That is most important either in the case of the paper 1 along with the paper 2 also. Paper 1 again the language 1 is 30 marks as well language 2 is 30 marks and the optionals. If you want to become a science teacher, then you have to marks the 60 MCQ questions along with the social means social. So that's you have to know. Important points you have to notice means candidate can choose their language 1 and the language 2. That is your choice. You have to be studied in your PUC or high school or your degree. Based on that, you have to select the language 1 and the language 2. The exam duration is 2.5 hours or so that is one of the most important. It's a multiple choice questions, so that's the exam duration is 2.5 hours. And the most important good news is there is no negative marking. Each question carries 1 marks. Either in the case of TET, that each question is a 1 mark. And the candidate need to score a minimum 60% to qualify their exam. Out of 150, you have to score minimum 90 to eligible to pass the TET exam. What are the eligibility criteria? Of course, to become first standard to fifth standard teacher, there is the most important is PUC plus DET, and the 6th to 8th, the teachers, they have to eligible, the person who has cleared the degree or the master degree, but the BEd is compulsory. You could say that degree or equivalent any degrees or the PUC or equivalent PUC any PU or such exams you have to be clear. That is one of the most eligibility criteria for the teachers who are going to write the TET exams paper 1 and the 2. Paper 1, first paper, the 1 to 5th, the syllabus are. I'm no need to read all the kinds here. I'll focus kinds which are very important here. I cleared my TET, so that's why I'm focused such questions. Such you can stop the what video, and if you you can write on. Otherwise, the same what syllabus will you get it in the Google also. So one of the most important is psychology. Psychological very definitions, in the case of the definitions, or the teachers parents peers or the children's behaviors, that's all you have to be understand. If you're a private teacher, that's all you know that. So concepts are child centered. Exams is there right now at present. It will be goes on. Say some scientist named Piaget or Kohlberg or Vygotsky. Such persons constructions or a criteria perceptives or a criteria perspectives of the construction of intelligence. So intelligent based on the questions is definitely you will get it. So such questions will you get it in the TET exam. Multi-dimensional intelligent also you will get it. So that is one of the most important. Along with this, now one more important concept is gender based society. Yes, of course, here it is most of these gender based or a gender based rules is takes place. So gender based one of the question, definitely you will get it in the case of psychological exams of for the tech exams. Along with that, you know that in the class there is a along 30 students. In that, one student is something different than that. How you will going to be identify such questions is definitely you will get it in psychological part. Distinctions or learning assessments of the in the school, or based on the assessment or a continuous comprehensive evaluation perspective, and they practice formulating appropriate questions for assessing the readiness of the levels of the learners, or reading problems or a talking problems. Such questions or a difficult or a disorder based on the writing skill, such questions is one of the most definitely come for the TET exams. Concepts of the inclusive education and understanding children with the special needs, or children with the special care, or a something special learners or a background is very important. How we have to be provoked to become a very good learners, or the what are the advantages, what are the disadvantages, or what are the important needs to learn the children, or a learning difficulty, what the difficulty is going for be for the child. Such questions is you will get it. Learning and pedagogy, based on this topic, how the children will think and learn. Yes, some children are very good at thinking, but they may not be learn, or they may not be by heart the concept. How and why the children are failed to achieve the success in the school performance, but they are very good at dance or other curricular activity. Such topics will get it, or these are very important for that. Language too, again I'm not focusing about the again and again. Based on the languages, there is a language comprehensive readings or unseen passage will give, and you have to learn, you have to read it, and you have to answer it or convey, or the meanings, or some of the pedagogy, how will active in the language classes of the student. They will be such questions will you get it. Next, maths. Of course, maths you have to work out. Arithmetic progressions will you get it. The number system, the statistic or the probability based on one questions is compulsory even in the case of the trigonometry. And the coordinate geometry identifies or the pace of the linear equations. quadratic equations, polynomials, mensurations, triangles, quadrilaterals, circles, area related circles, such almost this type of a concept content is given to you. In the TET level, TET exams, most of the questions is application level. How the children will understand these type of equations, such comprehensive what such questions also you will get, and to solve it like a arithmetic AP questions is direct questions also getting, even based on the number question also, every number question direct question also, along with that application level, how the children will think, such questions will you definitely get it. Next, science content. In the case of the physics, most important topic is motion. Definition wise, at the types of the motions or the law or the equations, law is one of the most important. Gravitational, how to do your things to be work, how that, which based on that principle based that machine will work, or a light chapter, that is definitely reflection and refraction based on one question is compulsory, what I observed. Lens and the mirror concept is also most important. How the mirror will be, how the images will be formed, or the such questions. Electricity chapter also, in the electricity chapter the most is application level questions will you get it. It not a direct questions or like a by heart and to write the equations, it's not. But electricity and electricity circuits, where the unit is also very important, very we have to know that. The DC motor or AC motors, that's all generator, that's all skipped in the 10th standard. It is a volt syllabus, but still they may include, that's important. So numericals, so in the based on the in the science also, the numericals is getting in the concept of physics. We cannot ignore the numericals. This is not the this is not the maths, this is the physics. Yeah, definitely the numerical is also getting in the case of the science. Next is chemistry. Chemistry, we could not say this is important. Where most of the important is application level, material based or the metal based or the non-metal based, physicals or a chemicals properties of any kinds, and the acid base salts. Again, where also the physics and the physical and the chemical properties. Again, the atoms and the molecules, the formulae or the electronic configuration, the polymer based, one of the most important or application level questions will you get it based on the polymers. Natural resources, where also again the types of or application, and one more is chemicals in our daily life. So based on the concept has been removed, but still important. Soaps or a detergent, sweetening agent or a medicine. So what you mean by the drugs, such questions will you get it based on the chemistry. Next, biology. Food, definition of the food or the food chain, food web, food pyramid. This based what I observed, based on this concept, one of the questions will you get it almost. The food and its sources, the plant sources or the animal sources of the implications, food and its constituents, energy giving food, carbohydrates, lipids, body building food, proteins, body protectors such as the vitamins or minerals, refuges and the waters, such nutrient based, such type of way topics will be there in the case of the biology definition. But it is a multiple questions, multiple choice questions, so there is no need to be focused on the diagram, but you should know the some of the diagram having the names, the part of its functioning is most important, we could not ignore it. So that is also most important in the case of the biology. Along with that, a living world, sorry, microorganism, You already know about the plant kingdom and the animal kingdoms. It might be the allophyte or a bryophyte, any such kinds, definitely pteridophyte or the gymnosperms, angiosperms. Based on that, also you will get the questions or application level such as prokaryotes and the eukaryotes. Based on one questions, definitely you will get it kingdom or animal kingdoms, where again in the vertebrates, invertebrates, very easy questions you may get it the examples also, or any application level, any questions also, definitely you will get it. So totally the living or a biology is also having a such and such topics will be there. First focus for the of 6th standard to the 10th standard textbook, along with the Kannada, English as well your perspective subjects. That's the most important. Constantly read, then you will get it the what success. Don't bother about if it is 90 89 also a fail or a 91 is a pass. So that's all depends. But when you put ticking, so you have to read. There is a chapter what language 1 and the language 2 is mandatory. You will get all the questions in the language 1 in the booklet itself. For language 1 will be there, language 2 will be there. You can turn over the pages and you can read and write also. If you opt the English one, the paper you will write the exams, you will get in, you will write the exam in English, that's it. But you will get the questions in along with the English, you will get the questions of Kannada also if you opt the language too. That is also, so it does not affects on you, but this the things you should be known that. Social studies, I don't focus again every concepts. In the social science, of course, you know that history is compulsory. Political science, pedagogical issues is again comes under the any. Even if you're going for the language also, there is a pedagogical issues, definitely one questions is will be there. Then how you will be have to be read. Focus is most important. Focus for the syllabus. No need to read by the books and to read. This the none or the investment of the money on that is definitely waste. Collect the book from your neighbors and read and read. Then focus the syllabus. That is the most important. If you read the syllabus correctly, then the second thing is does not need. So in the textbook we have some important, it will be read this only to the students, but you have to be applied for your knowledge or application level, you have to be applied. That is the most important. If you read and apply the application level questions, then it is most important, then it is helpful for your GPSTR exam also. Yes, Madhura Bangarappa has been announced within 1 or 2 months. You definitely will get the TET exam. So start today onwards to read. At least clear the TET exams. Then focus for the GPSTR. For the next TET exams, follow or subscribe my channel. I'll give all the notes of 6th standard to 10th standard, all the science notes. Along with that, I'll focus for the TET exams video also. I'll focus. If you're subscribe and then drop a message, drop a comment for me to if you need any other help. Along with that, you have to read the grammar book. The grammar is very, very, very important. It might be the Kannada or English, whatever, you should know the very basic grammar is very important. How you focus on the subject, you have to focus for the what language also. If you get the 30 by 30 in the psychological part, if you get the 30 by only 5 or 10, this does not. So you have to be almost all the teachers or almost all the persons will know almost very basic grammar, but still you have to be understand when it gets confused when you're going to write the exam, because they choose the following. That's why you have to be focused. And the list concept is a very, very, very important. Be confident. If you are putting the one option, then be confident in that. You think, use your 100% of your brain and use it. You merge it. You think all the information what you have, then put the tick mark for that. If you are be very doubt, keep time or a take time, think over it, then write. But what you're going to write and what you written, be confident. If the exam is okay, if you fail, does not bother, because it's not the life, just it is an exam. So be confident. Daily hard work is very important. We are uh, we are the workers, or we are daily cannot be work hard for that exam. Why? Because we have to focus for the school. Along with that, we have to focus the family. We have to give the importance to our family also. At least we have to work hard. ನಿರಂತರ ಪರಿಶ್ರಮ ಮತ್ತು ನಿರಂತರ ಪರಿಶ್ರಮ ಮತ್ತು ಛಲದಿಂದ ಮಾತ್ರ ಯಶಸ್ಸು ಸಾಧ್ಯ. ಹೌದು, ದಿನದಿಂದ ದಿನ ಹಾರ್ಡ್ ವರ್ಕ್ ಮಾಡಿದರೆ ಮಾತ್ರ, ಪರಿಶ್ರಮ ಪಟ್ಟರೆ ಮಾತ್ರ ಮುಂದೊಂದು ದಿನ ನಮಗೆ ಯಶಸ್ಸು ದೊರೆಯುತ್ತದೆ. ಅಥವಾ ಆ ಛಲದಿಂದ ಮಾತ್ರ ನಾವು ಯಶಸ್ಸಿನ ಗುರಿ ಮುಟ್ಟಲು ಸಾಧ್ಯ ಎನ್ನುವಂತಹದ್ದು ನನ್ನ ಮಾತಲ್ಲ, ಹಿಂದಿನ ಎಷ್ಟೋ ಜನರ ಮಾತಾಗಿರುತ್ತದೆ. ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ನಿರಂತರ ಪರಿಶ್ರಮ ಅಗತ್ಯ. Myself is Shruti Peral. I had the qualification MSc B.Ed, along with I cleared the TET exams both, one or two times also, more than also. Even I cleared the GPSTR in my first attempt itself. So I'm so proud. So if you have any doubts based on that, please put a comment. So that please subscribe my channel for the kind of science high school notes explanation. I'll give the explanation with the notes. I'll give the explanation. Along with that, I'll give the TET related or a GPST related any information, as well the notes also for the next, for the within 8 days. So in this video, I got the news that Madhura Bangarappa has been announced. Within a 2 month we will get the TET. Thank you for watching.